Welcome back, class. It is figure drawing time. Figure drawing. This is some tricky business, and I think it gets our brain working towards really being a good observer. So I have this diagram listed out, and the reason why I do this is so students can actually see how humans are kind of formed up. Love the stick people. This is totally how I used to draw. Or I learned how to draw, and I still use it today, even after drawing figures for so long, because it really keeps me focused on the basic shape of a human. So I don't care what kind of human you are, all we're thinking about is bones and where we bend, just bones and where we bend. So the big thing that I think about is our skull starting out over here. So we always start with whatever measurement. So let's say this is 1 inch. It doesn't have to be, it could be a half an inch, doesn't matter what the measurement is, but this is my first measurement. And we take that same measurement and we measure down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So most humans are built with 8 head lengths. Head lengths. This is my head length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, it varies with this. I'm an adult and I'm more the size of like a 5th grader because I stopped growing when I was in 5th grade. My head isn't very big though. So even though my legs are shorter, well, my head isn't very big. So yeah, this size shrunk. So everything else shrunk as it went down there. But there are variations, of course, because we're all different. But this is how you're going to start today drawing. So the first step, and you should have a worksheet at home that I gave you. Hopefully you're not copying that, but you're kind of like following along with it. You can take any size sheet of paper. I just always take a large one because I never know how big things are going to get. When I go to draw, I draw in smaller to begin with because we're smaller people in elementary school, so we want to make sure that we don't draw too large. I love an egg shape myself to start off with. Then I measure down. There's 1. And I measure down again. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made my head too big. I'm just going to move over. I don't need to worry about erasing. So I know my head was this large to begin with. I need to make it smaller to fit on my paper, or I should switch my paper so it goes the long way. So let's start over here again. This is totally how we learn how to sketch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did it. I know. Now that looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Look at how little our head looks on that big thing, but this is how we're going to start. So looking at my diagram, I can see that my neck is actually a small section of this space. So I just want to come down here like this. Then if I take my head and I tilt it on its side from my neck, take my head, tilt it on its side, I make a mark here and I make a mark here, and this is my shoulders. Wow. Isn't that shocking? Draw that line across. Then I come down from here and I go, oh, look at, this is my mark going across here. My elbow here comes down another head length. So I'm going to go like this and come down another head length. My elbow. Come down here along this line. Here's my elbow. That should seem shocking to you. That should look like, no way, Mrs. Samala. It's true. I want you to all stand up right now. Just stand up straight. Put your hands on your thigh and look at how far your hands come down. They come down to your mid-thigh. Most students will draw their hands stopping at their hips, but your hands go much longer than that. So your arms are really long tools. Here we go. Looking crazy. Take another arm's length. So we're here, taking another arm's length down. And this, my friends, is going to be, let me see where I'm at right here. Yeah, our mid-thigh. Oh, let me stop right here. We'll back it up, and I'm actually gonna do the chest. I think it'll be easier. So this is our rib cage. This is our waist. So don't put anything right here, but go right here, and we're gonna make this kind of structure like that. It looks really boxy, but it's a good thing because then we can, you could add clothes later, but it gets you feeling some muscles. This is our hip, so we have a long line, a short line, and then a medium line. This is where we can also bend. We can also bend here at our waist too. We could put in little lines there. And now we're going to draw out the legs. So our legs are over here from our hips. 1, 2, knee. 1, 2, knee. 1, 2, knee. Come down again. 1, 2, foot. I like that half circle for a foot. 1, 2, foot. What? For real, I know. Here's our elbow. And this is where our mid-thigh, now that we have our leg drawn in, I thought I'd stop and reverse there. Our hand is quite large, so we don't need to have our arm come all the way down and then put our hand on there. Our hand is up here. It ends like right on that line. There we go. Now, the next drawing that I want you to do is you start off again with your same head length. Now, you've done this before. Measure down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I must have extended it a little bit longer, but that's okay. I think I made this head a little big. Now your job is to take the same idea of the neck, the shoulders, and bend them. So you could take this arm length, put it over here, and this arm length and put it over here, and suddenly I have my hand on my hip. Whoo! That's interesting. Maybe I'm doing some disco moves, so my arm is going to be here, here. Oh, it goes off the page. That's okay. We're just imagine it coming up here. So think about how our waist is over here, and just practice seeing if you can draw 1 or 2 more figures on here and what that looks like. Have fun experimenting. It's challenging. It's challenging. Stick people are awesome, but it gets you really thinking about how your body moves, and you can just be a so much better observer of people as you get older. It's good stuff. All right, friends, have fun getting some movement on. Moving and grooving. Thanks for watching. Bye.